What's up, guys? It's Desro for my guide number 8. Today we're going to be doing a guide on mechanics and hotkeys. It's something a lot of people have been asking me about. A lot of people, when I coach them, have really bad mechanics, so I'm going to make this guide to hopefully help every one of you out there and also help my future student to have better mechanics and hotkeys when they talk to me. Now I'm gonna focus at the beginning on a few things. We're gonna talk about the hotkeys a bit later. For now, I just want you guys to focus on what I'm doing with my probes. This is one of the hardest things to do. Even I mess it up sometimes. But microing probes, like right now, this patch is mismicroed. Having two probes on the closest patch, making sure you see that probe was jumping back, making sure that you make him hug the patch so it doesn't jump and lose mining time. Microing probes is something that's like the last thing you want to do for this guide, but I'm gonna put it at the beginning because I messed up the placement of my gate. But that's something that's really important. It's even something I didn't even coach Maximus Black when I went over, because I felt like it would have been too much. You see all my probes are aligned. Of course, I'm going to take my gas eventually, and it will be messed up. See, that guy was about to flip. But it's really important to have all your probes aligned right now, because sometimes you'll have three per patch and one per patch, and that's really not efficient. So as you can see, oh, I messed it up right here. See, you had that guy walking for a while. So this is how you micro probes. I'm gonna wait to get at 16 and I'll show you guys the example of what I wanted to say. Let's just chrono probe so we get there faster. This is not a guide about build orders. So you see I've got two on it. See, this close patch right here only had one. So the problem I was talking about is sometimes you'll have three per patch and then you'll have one. You see, they will still function right there, but it will not be efficient. So that's gonna be it. Okay, let's talk about hotkeys and what option you want. You want the we'll go for the gameplay and then we'll go for the hotkeys. So in gameplay, a few options a lot of new people don't know. You want show unit status bar always so you can micro better, show flyer helper always so you can storm better, display build grid so you can have better sim cities. You want save all replays if you're ever gonna get coaching. Display you want the menu bar at the top, you want it hidden, or hidden. That way it doesn't, you just have to do F10 to leave the game. The control groups, some do hidden, but I like to have them there, so I do unclickable. Hidden or unclickable is what you should go for. It shouldn't be normal ever. Show game timer at the bottom right here, really important. And show alerts, that's up to you. I used to misclick on them and that would mess me up. And display command hotkey text, that's if you you don't know your hotkeys. As you can see at the bottom, all the hotkeys are displayed, so that can help you if you are new. I just leave them there for no particular reason. I never look there when I want to make a building, so it doesn't really matter. Now for the hotkeys, we're gonna look at them. So for the camera locations, people ask me, how do you do camera location? Here how it is, I do it. Create location 1, shift F2. Like if we go on default, just for example, control F5, that's retarded. Control F6, that's slightly more retarded, etc. So what I do, F keys, there you go. Shift F2, Shift F3, Shift F4, up to F9. The furthest I use is F7 for base 1, base 2, base 3, base 4, base 5, base 6. And then F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. And that's for the camera locations. Now for the control groups, what I do is, why is this? I never use shift. Some people use shift a lot, so make sure that if you change control groups that you go change it there as well. So what I do is control 1, main army, everything except the Templars. Control 2, Blink Stalkers. Control 3, Templars or Colossus, and before that I'll put unwarped gates so I can warp them during a battle, but later in the on I have to do it manually so I can have either Colossus or Templar hotkeyed. Control 4, Robo and Stargate. Control 5, all my Nexuses. Control 6, Observer. Control 7, I want it to be my second Observer, but I haven't worked on it yet. Control Tilde, that's the key left to 1. For War Prism or harassing units. Control Q for my 2 forges, and I don't use Control 0 yet. I don't see the need. I think I have really good hotkeys. I think if you can work this into your own hotkeys, it would be good. If your Nexus is on 5 or on 4, just do Robo and Stargate on 5, but everything else should be moved. If you use Warp Gates on 3, use W. If you put Nexuses on 1 or 2, scrap that for 5 or 4. And really you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 units. That's really important. So that's for the units, guys. Okay, let's say I'm scouting with this probe, right? This probe is gonna scout. Click on the minimap instead of looking at the minimap. So I'm clicking on the minimap to scout if there's, let's say this guy's Terran, to see if there's hidden orbitals. I'm clicking on the minimap, and what you can do is build pylons around the map. That's not really parts of mechanics or hotkeys, but it's something not enough people do. So scouting on the minimap, just like that, attacking with the Zealot, sending him to the minimap to take the tower. I prefer to attack move just in case there's a unit walking by. Okay guys, I have a fresh natural. Of course I should have transferred before it was about to be complete. We'll do that, I guess, for a third that I'll grab here shortly. So what you want to do is box your probes. Either do a big box like this, but sometimes on some maps it will be difficult, and sometimes you'll grab a guy from the gas. So what you want to do is make small boxes and hold shift. Maybe that's something a lot of new folks out there have no clue what I'm talking about. If you click here, click here, click here while holding shift, or just boxing a little bit, you can add units to your control, to your selection that is down below. Let's say you want to remove probes, you hold shift and you click. So what we're going to do here is we're going to send 8 because our probes you want to have 16. So I took 8, then I did camera location and I clicked here. That's how you transfer workers. Now I've got, whoops, 16, there you go, no whoops. And I've transferred my my extra probes. There was a misclick there. Let's say you want to build something, right? You want to build, you're about to get supply block, you want to build mini pylons. I know I said you have to micro probes early on, but like see here I had 3 on each side. One thing you can do when you get to the mid-late game, you want to make mini pylons, just do BE, 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 click it back. You see how quick and how quicker it is than do this like this. You see like how the last pylon's gonna take forever, right? So that's a little trick to make pylons a bit quicker. The same goes for the gas. Bam, bam. Of course they will all look stupid going back to one patch, but at that point in the game it doesn't matter. You have an economy going, microing probes is not the most important thing. Now you wanna, let's say you wanna hurry up to put probes on gas. You can either try to grab 3 or 3, or what you can do right here is grab a bunch, do and remove. Remember when I mentioned that you can grab a bunch of probes and make a lot of gates of pylons? That goes for the gates too, right? Just like that. And click it back. The reason I want you to hotkey your gates on 3 before warp gate, like, can I? Let's do something that never happens in a real game. So the reason I'm telling you to, let's say you're attack moving with your army, right? while your attack moving, oh, my gates are finished. You can warp them while being away from your main base. Sometimes when you box a bunch of probes, you won't have enough of them to build buildings. So what you need to do is you need to hold shift command and then keep building. That way they will eventually build, even if you grab less probes than the amount of buildings you wanted to build. Let's say you're grabbing your third, or let's say you're grabbing your fourth, because doing that with the third, you're spending too much early on. But let's say you're doing that with your third, or your fourth, make sure to grab the gases before this base finish. Let's say you're grabbing an early third and you have extra minerals and you don't think you can spend it somewhere else. Sometimes grabbing the gases really early like this or before it finishes can be good. Oh, my third is about to finish. Let's count the probes. Okay, I have over 24, so that's 8 plus 5, that's 13. 13 right there. So then we transfer. What you want to do is you want to click the first gas, remove 3, click the second gas, remove 3, while holding shift, and then you click this. And then you change all the rally points. Because the goal is to get 16, 16, and 16 there eventually. The gates are finished. Hotkey them on 3. Now I'll show the next part will be about my hotkeys and how I moved my army. I was about to forget this. To blink, some people are having issues with blinking. And there's another thing I was about to forget. To blink. So what you want to do is you want to right click on the ground. And one thing you might want to do too is make them turn so they go in line. So you see, like, they're going to start going... No, I thought they were going to go in line. I'm not sure how to get a line anymore. If you get them in a line, they're going to blink like one by one. Oh, they were almost one by one. So what you want to do is you want to right click on the ground. You want to right click on the ground, press B, click there, and hold shift. You want to hold shift while doing all of this. Okay, so I'm having trouble explaining it. You want to hold shift and click on the ground. Then you want to click close to the ramp. You want to blink over. Then you want to press B, click there, and then hold shift again, and then click, 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 click. Okay, so one more time because you guys might get confused. You want to run. Press B, hold shift, release B, click again. Because if you hold B, it's gonna try to give you like commands of doing B, 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 but you'll see, you'll get confused. Like right there, they're like, I don't have blink, but I'm supposed to blink. What am I? Okay, oh, we'll blink there. You see, so what you definitely want to do is hold shift, click, 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 press B, release shift, press B, press shift again, click, click, click. It's it's getting me confused. Sometimes they'll bug like this because they're too fat next to each other. So that's how you blink. And now there was another thing. Oh yeah, let's say you're sending a few zealots, like you just warped in. Let's kill another Colossus so we get some food. You're sending a few warp-ins, right? What you want to do is give them the command to send them there, and then like this. They're gonna walk there, attack. That's bad. You just want to click there, and as soon as they're warped in, you want to click there and then attack move. That way you're not attacking a gas, you're not attacking a thing. Maybe there's a spine there. Your zealots will charge to that location and then they will attack. That's how you want to send harassing zealots to a mineral line. Click there and attack move there. Because if you just, like, let's say you just attack move there. Hold on. Let's say you just attack move there. It might attack spines, it might attack queens, it might attack depots, it might attack gas. So what you definitely want to do is click there and then do this. I wanted to talk a bit about my hotkeys, but first and foremost, I don't have like the best army because I have a lot of zealots. I should have like maybe slightly more Colossus, but one thing that's really good to do is have an observer in front of your army on 6, War Prism ready to harass on Control Tilde. And let's say you're trying to secure, let's transfer here, you're trying to secure the third. You want to spread your army, right? You want to have like a small little concave. You see how I'm doing it? As long as you don't click on other units, so like they chase that unit around and they look kind of dumb. As long as you click you don't click on another unit. You can even, like, let's say you click on this unit, right? You can even do at 1S, that's gonna stop command, and that's gonna make them stop. And the reason I do 1, 2, 3 in control tilde to RAS, of course. I didn't put an opponent against me, but there you go. Is you can have a concave, and the reason I do those hotkeys is, let's say, and those hotkeys are adjustable. Like if I'm playing PvP, I usually don't have storm, so I'll put the Colossus on 3, and I usually have 1 or 2 immortals, so I'll put the immortals on 2, so I can focus fire the Colossus. But this is, let's say, a PvT, right? This is, let's say, a PvT. So you can, let's say you A-move, right? You can blink the stalkers to the side. Well, they got stuck, but you can move the stalkers to the side to focus fire the Vikings. You can spread those. A good way to spread sometimes is just to send them H way like this and then A-move back again. Another thing you can do, let's kill a few Zots. Another thing you can do is make sure you have a backup Templar. That way if you get EMP'd. But it's good to have an observer with your army, an observer in front of your army, and what else I wanted to do. So in PvZ sometimes I'll put Mothership on 2, put Templar on 3, Stalkers on 1, and then I'll go attack with Stalkers and army to a base while I'll be harassing with War Prism that's on control tilde. It's just to show you how good upgrades are and how important they are. When you I didn't make a DT shrine, but observer speed's important as well, then get charged. But yeah, just good mechanics, really important. I don't know how long this guide will be, something like 10-15 minutes. Oh yeah, one more thing too is like, let's say this map is bigger, right? And this is like the corner of the map, okay? Let's say this map is bigger, a 4-player map. What you want to do is click there, hold shift, the right shift on your keyboard, or hold shift, press P and P. So what it's going to do is it's going to send a Zot, it's going to patrol the corner of the map and patrol again. I do that with Zots late game to see, like, because Zergs and Terrans sometimes they take hidden bases. I do that with single Zots, and you can do it with your whole army. That's one thing I thought Maximus, I forgot to tell you about it, is let's say I want to take the tower. Attack move there, remove a Zealot by holding shift and clicking on the Zot, just like we would do with the probes. Let's say I want to attack this base with all my Zots, hold shift and control, and it's going to send all the Zots. Let's say I want to remove the stalkers from my main control group, hold shift and control, and then the stalkers are not with my main hotkey anymore. Let's say you want to patrol, and let's say you want to add one type of the same unit in a control group, hold control and shift and click a unit. See, just like that. So now if I would hotkey 1, everything from the probes would be there. Now I want to send back the probes. We're going to hold shift and control and add them. So basically if you hold shift and control and you click on a unit on your screen, it will add it to your selection. If you hold shift and control and you click in the selection, it will remove it. So here I want to remove the Templar because you never want to have your Templar on 1. And one last thing, let's say you want to patrol, click there, hold shift P, 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 remove a couple Zealots. All those Zealots will be patrolling, starting from here, 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 here. I hope this was insightful. I hope you guys learned. I hope you guys had fun. Those were my backup Templars. Sometimes I'll even put them on control tilde. Let's say I don't have a War Prism, so to make sure that I train them with me or that they follow me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was guide number 8. Maros feels of depleted. When you hear that annoying voice, just transfer. Control F1. Control F1, that's another thing too. You have this icon here. Do Control and F1, and it's going to take all of them, and then do F5, which is my hotkey for my 5th forward base, and then wabam. So this was guide number 8. I hope you really enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be a pain for me to edit it. So make sure to share it to your low-level friends, regardless of their race. Of course, if they play another race, they might have to do different hotkeys. But using 1, 2, and 3 is really important, and it's really going to help you out. So I hope you enjoyed it. I love you all. Sub to the channel. Watch all the guides. I love you. Peace.